Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We're so glad you're able to be here with us this evening. My name is Erin Nerstad, and I am the Executive Director of the Master of Technology Management program here at UC Santa Barbara. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to my colleague, Professor Nelson Phillips,
Hi.
who is faculty member here in the Department of Technology Management as well, and is the faculty graduate advisor for the program. So we are going to give you a brief introduction to the Master of Technology Management graduate program, as well as the very new and very exciting Engineering plus Technology Management Fellows Program, otherwise known as the E+TM Fellows Program. So we're really excited to share with you details about both of these opportunities, and we hope you will ask questions of us at the end. We'll have some time for Q&A, so feel free to put those into the Q&A function during the event so that we can address those at the end of the presentation. So I will hand it over to you, Nelson, to kick us off.
Thanks. Can you put the slide? Yeah, there we are. Hello, everyone. Great to sort of meet you. Great to have a chance to talk to you a little bit about our program. As Erin said, I'm one of the professors in the department. I teach a couple of different courses on the MTM and on other programs, usually strategy, innovation kind of stuff, and we'll definitely meet once you join. Really looking forward to that. The first thing I want to talk a little bit about is what technology management is and why it's important, and why I think it's an incredibly powerful combination to put with engineering. My first degree was in engineering. I did an MBA a bit later in my career, but that combination of business and tech and sort of engineering is really such a powerful combination. But going back to technology management is really fundamentally about the business of technology. So it's where technology and business come together. There's a bunch of academics interested in this area who apply social science research methods to try to develop theories of how technology gets turned into money. And right now, today, if you've been watching the stock market, if you have some money invested in the stock market, you'll have seen in the last couple of days that technology stocks have basically powered the comeback of the stock market over the last couple of weeks. And these companies just keep becoming a larger and larger part of our economy. This is where a ton of value is being created right now, and it really is the core of the U.S. economy. And it's both technology companies, and there's some pictures here of ChatGPT, which we've all used and have had lots of experience with by now. Neuralink, which is a Elon Musk company that's implanting things in people's brains so that they can control computers directly with their brains. The thing on the bottom right is a quantum computer. And as engineers, depending on what you're studying, you'll already be looking at some of these things. Blockchain over there on the middle left. But the real question is, from a technology management perspective, what kind of impact do these things have on organizations, how we work, but also on what kinds of new products and services can we provide? So it's really thinking about technology, but taking the next step. How do we take technology and make it into business? And that's what we study. So big focus on innovation, on entrepreneurship, but also on how technologies become products, how those products get sold. And it's really the business side of technology. Next slide, Aaron, please. This program was created about 10 years ago based on the correct assumption at the time that technology was only becoming more and more a part of the economy, more and more a part of what every organization does. I wasn't part of the department at that point, but the people that did put it together really thought carefully about, okay, how do we create a program in an engineering faculty, but it's really about the business of technology. So this program was created. It's created for people who are finished their undergraduate degree, maybe have a few years of experience, or are coming straight out of an undergraduate degree. We are really happy about people coming from all kinds of different backgrounds. We have a lot of engineers, but we have a lot of other people from other sciences, from social sciences, and also from humanities. What we try to do is just find people who are really interested in technology, and then either help them understand technology better if they're coming already from a business background, or if they're coming from more of an engineering background or a technical background, understand how business works better. So it's a 1 year program, well, 9 months, 10 months program. It's a cohort based. So when you come in September, you'll be with the same group of people for three quarters. There's a big project, and it's offered on campus in person. So everyone has to be here for those 9 months. There's no part-time option, no evening option, or any online option. It's very intense. This is our lovely current class right here in front of us. They're very closely knit by this point. They're in their third quarter of very intensive learning, and they're very uh, doing really well. But at this point, getting a little bit tired after the intensity of the program, but really all deep in finding their jobs, which is very exciting. Next slide, please, Aaron. What kinds of things would you study if you came and joined us? Well, here's a list of some of the courses that we have developed, and that have proven the test of time. This program has been evolving over the last 10 years, being more focused on the technology aspect. And we've landed on some of these kinds of courses, which we think are really useful for people to take, and people have generally found them super helpful in terms of better understanding the business of technology. Strategy for technology-driven companies, so business strategy, but looking at it specifically around the questions that appear in strategy around technology, either how does strategy work in technology companies, or what are the strategic questions that arise for more traditional companies around their technology choices. Digital transformation, which is, of course, how do you take a company from a more traditional kind of company and fill it with digital technology. Innovation in organizations. How do you innovate? How do you innovate around technology in companies? Working with intelligent machines. This is a really interesting course. It's pretty new, only been taught the last couple of years by one of my colleagues, Matt Bean. And it's really looking at how do you actually work with robots and AI, and how do you get the most out of those new technologies when you're in a workplace. Data and decision analytics, very important for everyone at this point, anyone who's interested in technology and in business around technology. Technology entrepreneurship, how do you start a new venture around a technological idea, and how do you take that into the market successfully? And then leading technology teams. Technology companies are organized around teams. So how do these teams work? How do you create one? How do you lead them? How do you fix things when there's problems? How do you identify impending problems? How do you even pick the right people? All those kind of questions. A big part of the program is there's a field project with a local company. So this is a real company, you have a real problem, and a team of MTM students is assigned to go out, figure out what the problem is, and provide a solution to that company. It goes on this project for the winter and spring terms. It's really a big part of the program for all of the students that come on the course. And it helps you both to have something really interesting on your CV, learn more about how companies work and how to work and diagnose problems, but also gives you a chance to meet people that could potentially give you a reference, or that might even have a job for you. We also, of course, many of you will know about the New Venture program, and that can be taken. You can participate in that as part of the program too. We have, I think, this year 3 or 4 teams that are made up at least partially of the students from the MTM. So that's kind of it. A bunch of courses, this project, and then optionally the New Venture program. Very intensive 9 months, but that's, of course, a great advantage at this point. If you're wanting to get out to work, this takes just less than a year, and you've got this whole additional degree and set of knowledge that you can take out into the workforce. Over to you, Erin.
Thanks, Nelson. So for our program, it's a professional graduate degree program. And so a lot of our work in this program is focused on getting you a great job and cultivating your career exploration and career pathway to help you figure out what careers might align with your skills and interests, and how to go about landing that job right after you graduate MTM. So we have a dedicated career services team. You can see Joni and Matt are my fabulous colleagues here that will work with you one-on-one during the entire MTM year to really help you land that great job. And this is one of the really amazing things about our program that differentiates us from other, say, larger MBA programs, for example, where they don't have this personalized high-touch career approach, where our career services staff are working with you one-on-one to really create a tailored approach that works for you. So we're really proud of this part of our program. our graduates enjoy great job outcomes. They land at some of these companies you see here in front of you on these logos. And so we are really focused on developing that piece of your professionalism throughout the entire course of the program. I do invite you to go on our website and learn more about what careers our alumni have gotten up to after they've left MTM. We have a bunch of different profiles for folks with different backgrounds. So if you're coming from engineering here today, you'll want to check out those stories from folks with engineering backgrounds. We have those all listed on that page together just to see kind of what people gained from the program that was directly applicable into their career and where they've gone after MTM. When you apply to the program, there are a few different pieces of the application. You'll have 2 essays where you'll tell us about why you want to do MTM and also your leadership experiences or challenges that you've overcome that demonstrate your grit and tenacity to help us get to know you better. We do have a 3.0 GPA minimum required for the program. That's graduate division requirement. And we also require a resume where you'll tell us about all the things that you've been doing, any work opportunities, volunteer leadership roles that you've had. And we also ask for 3 letters of recommendation. We don't require the GMAT or GRE for our program, which hopefully you'll find as great news. Another piece that's great for you, UCSB alumni, is that you can apply to our program for free. We have a special fee waiver for current UCSB students and UCSB alumni to apply to our program for free. Our application cycle opens in September each year. You'll be applying through the graduate division at UCSB for admission into the MTM program. Applications open in September, and our first deadline is at the beginning of December, and that is the deadline you're going to want to apply by to be most competitive for financial aid fellowships for the program. We do, as I mentioned, have fellowships available for the program. Everyone is automatically considered those who is accepted into the program. And then our graduates are often successful in garnering other ways to finance their graduate education through things like CalVet and VA benefits. We're also proud to participate in the UC Native American Opportunity Plan. If you are a member of a federally recognized Native American tribe, your in-state tuition and fees are waived through that. So that's a great opportunity. Many of our students also work as TAs while they're here on campus to help fund their education as well. And we have more details on our website about the exact breakdown of the cost to attend. I love this picture. This is our students getting out and about at Deckers, which, as many of you know, is a global brand that's headquartered here in Santa Barbara, and they are a program partner of ours. They host field projects, they hire our graduates, and so this is a photo from our kickoff event this year where we visited their site and had a tour from their vice president telling us about their company from an insider perspective. And so your time in MTM will include lots of opportunities like this, where you will get out, go to local companies, hear from folks who work there more about company culture, what it's like to work there, recommendations from hiring teams for recruiting, getting you introduced to that. Now we want to tell you more about this really new and exciting opportunity for engineering majors at UCSB to participate in a fellows program that is really going to prepare you for your MTM year and for your career. I'm going to turn it over to you, Nelson.
Sure, I'll just say a few words. As I mentioned earlier, I was also engineering. I was computer engineering. That was my first degree, and then I worked for a few years including for IBM and lots of technology companies, and then went back and did my MBA. So I have some experience of combining engineering and business education, and I can say it's a very powerful combination. I think the combination of engineering and technology management is a very powerful one. It allows you to, like my MBA was a 2-year investment of time, and this is a much quicker kind of way to get that core knowledge that you need. But having the technological background and then adding to it this kind of the basics of business plus the basics of the business of technology in particular, I think is just a super great combination that wasn't available when I was in school. But what we've seen with our graduates is that this really accelerates people's initial job and also particularly their progress in companies once they're working. It is also a great way if you want to be more in the business side and not quite as much in the more technical aspect of whatever kind of engineering you're doing. This is a great solution. We've had a lot of people come who are like, yeah, I really like my chemical engineering degree, but I don't really want to work exactly in chemical engineering. I want to work in a consulting firm that does consulting for building chemical plants, or like want to be on more of the business side, or want to be a team leader in these kind of areas, but especially running, these the kind of business side of technology. Then this is a really great way to do it, adding this vocabulary, understanding of business. We go through stuff quickly, but we give you all the basics you need to really understand how these businesses work and how we turn technology into money, basically. Okay, over to you, Erin.
Thank you, Nelson. Okay, so there are a few different aspects of the E+TM program. You will become a fellow during your senior year in your undergraduate year. And so there are a few benefits that come to you during that year. So we are going to have a fellows cohort. This is going to be a chance for you to get a taste of the cohort experience that our MTM graduates speak so highly of. You're going to get an extra year of that with your fellows in the E+TM program. And so we're going to meet monthly, and we're going to do activities that are going to get you ready for MTM and ready for career exploration. So we're going to bring folks to meet with you, to start networking. You're going to come with us on site visits, get you thinking about what types of careers you're interested in, meet folks, make connections, start that networking. We're also going to put an emphasis on helping you prepare for to hold a summer internship. We're going to help you with your applications for that if that's something that you're interested in. We are seeing that students really have a leg up when they go on the job market for folks who are coming straight out of undergrad into MTM and then into the workforce, to have those internship opportunities during the summer in order to get that skills and experience to be able to put on your resume and talk about. So we want to support you do that. And you can also have a fellows designation on your resume and for LinkedIn to note that you're a part of this really great program. There are also benefits that apply to the MTM program. So once you're accepted into the Fellows program, you're guaranteed admission into MTM. You have to maintain your 3.0 GPA standing for both programs and be in good standing within the Fellows program, be actively participating in the events and also be in good standing in your major. As a part of the Fellows program, you are guaranteed a student aid fellowship. And then you're also considered for the other opportunities that all the other applicants are considered for as well, with supplemental fellowships as well that are based on diversity and merit as well. So those opportunities remain open to you as fellows. So to help you think through this timeline is for folks who are currently in their third year and their junior year of the BS. And so this will walk you through what it will look like for you to apply and participate in the program and then MTM. Applications to the E+TM program are due June 20th. The timing of this is at the end of the quarter. After grades post, you're going to send us your transcript with your spring grades in it. We will announce decisions by the beginning of August. And then in September, we're going to start our monthly fellows activities. You will apply to MTM as would normal applicants through the normal application portal through graduate division. We do encourage you to apply by December 1st so you can be competitive for those financial aid awards. As I mentioned earlier, then those admissions decisions are coming back in January. And then the rest of that year of 2026, you're continuing to participate in the E+TM Fellows Program while you're finishing your senior year of the BS. You graduate with your undergraduate degree in June of 2026. And then hopefully you'll have an amazing internship that summer that will help you get, and then you'll begin MTM in September of 2026 to then graduate 9 months later in your accelerated master's program in June 2027. So hopefully that's helpful to sketch that out for you. For the E+TM application, you're going to apply on our website, and we want to know why you're interested in the program. So you're going to give us a personal statement that tells us a little bit about your interest in technology management, what you hope to gain from the program. This is a time where if you happen to have taken any of our undergraduate courses, you could talk about that. We also want to see a resume. What have you been up to? It'll help us get to know you better. What activities are you in? And then your unofficial transcript. So as I mentioned, June 20th is the deadline. If you would like to not wait until June 20th to apply, we appreciate that and welcome you to do that. So you're welcome to submit your application at any time, and then just send in your updated transcript with your spring grades to it. So we have that. So you can plan on submitting that at any time and then follow up with your transcript. And again, minimum 3.0 required at time of application. We have a few FAQ collated here, and then I want to hear your questions in a minute, but just to walk you through these in case these are your questions as well. So as you may have heard, and as I just mentioned, we do have undergraduate courses that our department offers in technology management. There's an undergraduate certificate that you can obtain by going through the sequence of courses, and there's some electives. And so the question, what's the difference between the certificate and MTM? Well, the certificate is going to give you that broad-based introduction to business. It's going to be a great introduction to MTM. It's going to give you that foundation that you're going to need to be able to participate in MTM fully and be ready to launch when you get here. We actually have a boot camp that we're going to offer to folks who haven't been able to do this coursework or learn these business concepts to kind of supplement the learning there. But if you've already done the MTM coursework, then you are if you've already done the undergraduate coursework, then you are all set for MTM. So we do encourage folks to do both because that'll really catalyze your learning during the MTM year, and you'll be ready when you come. So we do have questions about if you are on track to finish your BS in 3 years, could you do the fellows program, in which case you would be applying at the end of your second year, and then you would be a fellow during your third year. We are open to discussing that with you. It would need to be very clear that you are actually going to graduate according to that timeline, but we're happy to discuss that with you. So just send us a note and we'll meet and chat further. Great news, there is no cost to you for participating in the Fellows Program. It's a great deal. We are going to provide you with a slate of activities during your senior year. You don't need to pay the fee, as I mentioned, to apply to MTM. So it's a really great opportunity for you to really gain some professionalism at no cost to you. There are no courses or enrollment attached to the E+TM program, so all of the activities are going to be extracurricular, so this isn't going to impact your courses or anything like that. You don't need to enroll, so that'll make it hopefully extra easy for you to participate. As you know, the College of Engineering has many programs in which you can earn 2 degrees in 5 years. Those programs are BS-MS programs where you are dual enrolled in both the BS and the MS during the final 2 years. Our program is the same time length. You're able to do your BS and MTM in 5 years. However, there's no dual enrollment. So actually you just finish your BS in 4 years, and then you do MTM in 1 year. So it's a little bit more simplified. You don't have to worry about the dual enrollment with the MTM program. So I hope you will explore on our website what career outcomes folks are up to. But most of our folks with engineering backgrounds from UCSB are in product and project management roles. That's very common. And we're seeing with our graduates that they do have really excellent career progression. As Nelson mentioned, they are really rising to director and senior level roles as they advance in their careers. And so that's been really exciting for us to see. So I encourage you to, if you're in your junior year, please apply to be a member of this first fellows cohort. It's going to be really great, and we want you to apply to participate so you can help us shape this program as well. So we're eager to hear all of your ideas and to make the program a really great experience for you. So we urge you to connect with us, scan that QR code. Send us an email, follow us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. And we just really want to connect with you and hear more about your interest and if this would work for you for your academic trajectory and your career goals. So please don't hesitate to reach out. So now we have time for some questions. If anyone has questions, I encourage you to put those into the Q&A function. I'm going to open that up. And it's also my pleasure to introduce you all to my amazing colleague, Erin Moore, who is the MTM Admissions and Student Affairs Coordinator. And so Erin is going to work with you very closely through this whole process as well, answer your application questions. And so she's also here, and our office is always happy to meet with you in person or via Zoom as well to answer any of your questions. Okay, so I'm looking, I'm not seeing any questions so far. And again, if you are thinking about applying to the program, but you have specific nuances of your academic trajectory, what other programs you're thinking about doing, if you're thinking about also participating in an MS program offered through the College of Engineering, we're happy to chat with you and talk through what that would look like for you to consider applying to the Fellows Program and to the MTM as well. So don't hesitate to send us a note to check in. Okay, well, I'm not seeing any questions. And am I missing any? Okay, well, I love that our presentation was so clear. So I'm going to just thank you all for coming again and really encourage you to reach out to us to apply. You don't want to miss this opportunity. This is going to be really great for your career, really great way to have fun during your senior year as well in this inaugural cohort. So I hope you will all apply. Thanks for coming, everyone.